Psalms 145-18. The Lord is near to all who call on him, to all who call on him in truth. Fulfillment of God's promises. Hundreds of years before Jesus, the people of God were in trouble. They were stuck in life, unable to help themselves, and perhaps beginning to doubt that God would save them. Have you ever felt the same way? If so, you might relate to the original audience of this verse, the exiles in Babylon. The Babylonians conquered God's people and land, sending them hundreds of miles away. Maybe they thought that God had abandoned them, or that he couldn't hear their cries. But God is always close, especially when his people call on his name. Isaiah let his people know that God would provide a way out of Babylonian captivity. And God kept his promise, allowing his people to return home. Generations later, many of God's people saw themselves as being in a new exile. They were home, but all was not well. So they remembered this verse and its promise that no matter how dark or desperate our situation might be, God is able to provide a path out of brokenness, heartbreak, and despair into a whole, healthy future. Little did they know that an even more permanent solution to the darkness they lived in was coming. Isaiah 40:3 is a prophecy that was not only fulfilled when the exiles left Babylon and went home, but was also fulfilled in the coming of the Messiah. Through Jesus, God paved a permanent path for people to come out of darkness and find hope, strength, and peace. God provided a permanent way out of darkness and into light. So what are you going through? What's your Babylon? It might be a habit you can't break, a loved one who keeps making self-destructive decisions, or a mental health challenge that feels overwhelming. No matter what it is, God can make a way out of brokenness and into life. Be encouraged. You can be certain that when you call on God, God will come close to you. Share your faith. Do you know someone who's struggling? Who needs wisdom? Remind them that God is close. They can look to him for help.